Hey there again, everybody. All right, I think it's time that we teach your kids how to skate backwards. This can be a super scary skill to learn, but once they get it, it is so worth it. So, of course, just like everything else, we're going to start our kiddos off in that nice, balanced, ready position. Feet shoulder width apart, knees nicely bent, hands out in front, even more in front for this backward skating part, and our back nice and straight. And of course, eyes up. When kids are backward skating, one of the biggest mistakes we see is looking down at the ice. Seems harmless, but especially for those kids wearing hockey skates or any skates that do not have toe picks on the front, if you look down, you're more likely to lean forward. And if you lean forward, there's a really good chance you are going to fall right down onto your face. So we want to avoid that at all costs. So, ready position, hands in front, chin up as well. All right, from here, we're going to get the kiddos practicing lifting their feet and waddling from side to side. We're not going anywhere. All we're doing is practicing the weight shift. We're getting our hips to come over one skate at a time, which is allowing us to lift up the opposite skate. This is super important for when we get them moving, going backwards. All right, once they're comfortable with this step, you can introduce them to your backward skating penguin. Yeah, here it is on the ice right here. You know me, I love drawing different pictures and pathways for the kids to help them learn new skills. So, my go-to for backwards is the backward skating penguin. And again, it's for that simple reason that the penguins waddle. They have that perfect motion for our backward skating. So, if you introduce them to the penguin, you can get them to follow, again, on a pathway. I didn't make one today, but I did make a little line for the kids to follow. And I like using numbers. So what I do is I give the children a number that they need to count up to so they know when they're done that daunting backwards task. At first, your child probably won't want to go too far, and that's okay. This is just an introduction. But as they progress, you can extend those numbers. Either space the numbers out further apart so they're covering more ice, or add more and more and more so they're practicing their counting too. Anyway, once you get them on their penguin, they're in their ready position. The only thing we want to alter just a little bit is the position of their feet. Right now, my feet are just parallel. I'm in my regular balanced position. If you recall, when we were going forward and gliding, we had our toes open in a V shape. For backwards, you got it. We want to completely turn that around. We want it the opposite. Our toes should be pointing together. Now, I'm exaggerating a lot right here. This will be sufficient enough, just with the toes slightly pointing toward each other. And then everything else is the same. You can see I'm naturally starting to glide backwards just by having my knees in that bent position with my toes in. It's actually quite difficult to stay still. So, once their toes are pointed in, they're in the ready position, they're going to start slowly moving from side to side. Now, they don't need to look down, but they will start to see the numbers appear on the ice. When they see the number that you told them, that's the point when they're able to turn around and go back to skating forwards for a little break. Again, doing something like this and putting it on a little pathway where it reconnects and they can keep practicing over and over is an awesome idea. When they're first starting backwards though, keep that backward portion nice and small. We just want to get them used to the movement, and as they develop and increase their stamina, you can extend how long and how often you incorporate those backward components into your circuit. All right, I think that's it for this one. We'll see you next time.